Today is Wednesday, Parashat Beshalach. We're learning from Chok L'Yisrael, the Halacha Pesuka, and this is from the Ilchot Teshuvah of Rambam. Al Tova Shen Teshuvah Ele Ma'averot Sheyesh Bahen Ma'aseh. Do not say that the only thing that a person can do Teshuvah from is only those that involve action. Kegon, like for instance, Znut, Ugneva, a gezel, like immorality, theft, robbery. These are actions that involve, these are sins that involve action. Don't say that's the only things that a person should do teshuvah from, should repent from. Ela, but rather, keshem she'adam tzarich lashuv me'elu, the same way that a person should do teshuvah from these types of sin. Kach hu tzarich lechapes bedeot ra'ot. He should also search within himself for evil thoughts that he may have, velashuv minakas, and to do teshuvah, to repent minakas, from anger. That's also, even though he doesn't have any action, just he has anger, and also he has to improve himself and repent from that. Umina eva, from hatred. If he feels hatred towards another person, he should think that also, even though he hasn't done anything wrong actively to that person, the fact that he feels hatred towards another person, he should also on that do teshuvah. Umina kin'ah, and from jealousy. A person could say, well, I've done nothing wrong to this guy, so what if a person is jealous? No, that's also a subject for a person to do teshuvah from. Umina hitul, also from frivolity. Umirdifat mamon, from the pursuit of money, a person who's always running after money all the time, that's also something that he should do teshuvah from, because that distracts him from many other things that are very important in life. If a person, all what his focus is only on getting more and more money, that's also something that he should do teshuvah from. Nothing wrong with being ambitious, but just to give the relative importance of things. V'akavod, also if a person always pursues honor, he wants people to honor him all the time, to give him honor, so that's also something that he has to correct and to do teshuvah from. Umerdifat ma'achalot, from the pursuit of food. There are foodies, there are people who, for them the purpose in life is food and food. You know, they go to fancy restaurants or to eat certain types of very tasty food, and all their focus is on that. If a person has extra focus on that, that's also a subject to do teshuvah, even if he's doing nothing wrong to another person. He might be doing some harm to him in terms of his health for all that food, but in general, the idea here is even if he doesn't involve in a sin that takes place because of action, but just because of certain desires or certain character traits, he also has to do teshuvah from that. And all sorts of things like this, minakol, from all these types of aspects, tzarich lachzor b'teshuvah, a person should do teshuvah. Ve'elu ha'avonot kashin me'otan she'en b'han ma'aseh. But these type of sins are more difficult for a person to do teshuvah because they do not involve action. And since a person tends to do teshuvah only from those sins that involve action, these other aspects, it will be hard for him to do teshuvah. There's another reason also that he said here, because when a person becomes immersed in this type of situations that we spoke about here, whether it's running after money or food or anger or all sorts, or jealousy, once a person becomes immersed in those things, it's very difficult for him to separate himself from them. That's why the Pasuk says, in Yeshaya, Ya'azov Rasha Darko, let the evil man abandon his path, and the rest of the Pasuk, and speaks about the sinful man, his thoughts, that thoughts also and the ways of a person, even if they don't involve action, a person should do teshuvah from. ואל ידמה אדם בעל תשובה שהוא מרוחק ממעלת הצדיקים מפני העוונות וחטאות שעשה. Person who does teshuvah should not think that he's far away from being like a righteous person because of his avirot. Ena davar ken, this is not so. Ela ahuv, he's loved, v'nechmad, and he's pleasing, hu lifnei borei, to his creator, ke'ilu lo chata me'olam, as if he had never sinned. Velo od, not just that, ela shescharo harbe, his reward is even very great. Share tam tam ahet uperesh mimenu, because he tasted the taste of sin, and still he had the self-control to overcome that temptation and do teshuvah. V'kavash yitzro, and he was able to control his desires. Amru hachamim, hachamim says, makom sheba'alei teshuvah omdim, a place where the ones who are penitents, the ones who did teshuvah stand, and tzadikim gemurim yecholim la'amot, the perfectly righteous people cannot stand. In other words, the people who do teshuvah have even a higher level. Klomar ma'alatan gdola, their level is greater mima'alot elu shelo chatuv, than the level of those that never sinned. Me'olam. Mipnei she'en kovshim yitzram yoter mehem, because they were able to conquer their inclination to a greater degree than the ones who are perfectly righteous, because those who are perfectly righteous and never sinned, never experienced that Yetzirah and never had the chance to overcome it, just like a person who experienced the idea of Yetzirah and the sin, and he was sinful at one point, or had these character traits that we spoke about, and he was able to pull himself together and to overcome the Yetzirah, that the person has even greater merit. And that was the Halacha Psuka from Chok L'Yisrael for today, Wednesday, Parashat Beshalach. Baruch Adonai Ne'olam. Amen ve'amen.